What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. And we've got another Seattle Seahawk rookie to take a look at today. And this is going to be one that I didn't look at and I didn't really know anything about until after the draft. This is a guy that I didn't scout, and I actually had never heard of him, to be perfectly honest, until we drafted him. I mean, I was aware that he existed because I knew Iowa had a left tackle on their team, but beyond that, I didn't really know him from anybody else. So this was really my first opportunity to take a serious look at him. And I would say that you can't go too wrong in the 7th round overall. I'm not so sure how this guy is going to make it in the NFL, though. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. So Mason Richman, let's dissect him. We're going to start with the numbers, and then we're going to do 2 other videos later today. You guys know the drill. We're going to do by the numbers, then we're going to go with the traits, then we're going to go with the tape. So keep an eye out later today. But we're starting with the numbers on Mason Richman. Keep it in mind, this is a 7th round pick. I'm not going to hold him to a super high standard. Also, please click the thumbs up on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Click the bell for notifications. Become a channel member for $2 a month. Those are the best ways to support the channel. Okay. Mason Richman, offensive guard. He played tackle in college, but there's pretty much no way that he doesn't slide inside in the NFL. He's going to play guard in the NFL. Probably left guard, but anything's possible. Iowa Hawkeye, spent 5 years at Iowa, so that is where he made his name in college football. Was a full-time starter for the last 4 years pretty much, so really, really good resume of experience. 23 years old and will be 23 when the season starts. He did not go to the combine, so he doesn't have official measurements, but according to his pro day anyway, he's 6'5" and 307 pounds, so a little bit lean, but should have the frame to fix that. Okay, so again, we're starting with the numbers here. 2020, there's not much. He played in 2 games, 15 total snaps. It was all garbage time. Troublingly enough, even though he only had 4 pass blocking snaps, he allowed 1 quarterback hit and 1 quarterback hurry. So we didn't get off to a great start here, but it was all at left guard. It was all in garbage time. 35.7 grade, 0 pass blocking grade. Figure that one out. Well, actually, it's not that hard to figure out when you look at what he gave up in only 4 snaps. But nothing to really look at there, so we're going to go ahead and jump ahead to 2021. That's where this stuff starts to happen. Plays in 12 games, 712 snaps. I think he missed like 2 games at one point because of an injury. But after he got back from that injury, he proceeded to reel off over 40 straight starts at left tackle for Iowa. 712 snaps, 3 sacks allowed, 3 hits allowed, 11 hurries allowed. So not very clean as a pass protector, admittedly, right? We're talking about 17 pressures in 12 games. 3 penalties committed. Every snap was at left tackle. 373 pass blocking snaps, 339 run blocking snaps. So good mix. Almost exclusively zone. Always doing zone stuff, 260 to 26. And he graded out a little bit above the replacement level, 64.2. Capable run blocker, but slightly below average pass blocker, which seems to check out. Okay, so 2023, things accelerate. 2022, things accelerate. 13 games, so every game. 776 snaps, so a little bit more work. He allows a lot of pressures again, 17. 3 sacks, 6 hits, 8 hurries, so not clean. Only 1 penalty, though. And this should be penalty. So 1 penalty, so that's good. Everything's at left tackle. Little bit more pass blocking than run blocking, but it's very, very close. 407 to 369. Almost, I don't want to say all zone, but a vast majority of his run blocking is zone. 254 to 71. Grades out a little bit better than the previous year, but not much. 70 run blocker, so he's a good run blocker. Pass blocking continues to dip, though. 52. And 2023, we had 14 games, so he played the whole season. Over 800 snaps now, but look at how he's getting his quarterback murked. 21 quarterback hits. So, if anything, he's regressing as a pass protector over these last few years that we're looking at here. 4 penalties. 800, all the snaps are at left tackle. Little bit more run blocking than pass blocking, so Iowa's actually very much a run-first team, and he's still getting his quarterback murked. 230 zone snaps, 129 gap snaps, so still mostly zone. And he's graded out very poorly. His run blocking in particular takes a massive dip this year to 41.5. His pass blocking's still bad too, so 44.9. That's going to be pretty close to as bad as it gets for a starting offensive lineman for a meaningful program. Like, Iowa is not a powerhouse, but they take their college football pretty seriously, and they want to have a good team, and they especially want to have a good offensive line. So at this point, doesn't look like NFL material. He's going to go to the NFL, however, because of what he did in 2024, which was the best year of his career by far, and he made big improvements. 13 games, 743 snaps, so full season, only allowed 2 sacks, 1 hit, and 4 hurries. So big decline, 7 total quarterback pressures across 316 pass blocking snaps. So big improvement, and that's why we're having this conversation right now. This guy would not sniff the NFL, I don't think, if not for this season. Only 1 penalty all season, by the way. Very clean there. Everything at left tackle. Did a lot of run blocking. Iowa ran the ball a ton this year, 427 run block snaps. Again, mostly zone. A big majority of his snaps are in zone. And he graded out well. Almost an 80 overall. Pass blocking grade, way up from where it was before. Run blocking grade is good too. Like, it's a complete year. He's becoming a complete player at this point, and the improvement is notable. And this is Iowa we're talking about here. I want to reemphasize that. This is not Saginaw Valley State. This is a real program that has high ambitions. Maybe not national championship ambitions, but they expect to win games, and they expect to do well, and they expect to be able to utilize their offensive line to get those things. So it means something. So you take a look at the totals. 54 games. I think he started all but 2 of those games, by the way. And again, he had a very long start streak. Over 3,000 snaps, allowed 12 sacks, 18 hits, and 35 hurries, which sounds very bad. And it is. But again, remember, most of that stuff came earlier in his career. That last year, he really kind of figured things out. Only 9 penalties across 3,000 snaps is actually really good. That... What are we talking about here? That's 1 snap every 300 plus snaps. We're closing in on like 320, 330 snaps. Really good. It's pretty much all at left tackle. All the left guard stuff was in that first year. About 1,500 pass blocking snaps and slightly more run blocking snaps, but it's almost 50-50, and massively favoring zone over his career over gap. 1,063 to 315. So he clearly has something he's more comfortable doing. Not that I would say that it's out of the question that he ends up being as effective, if not more effective in gap, but we'll talk about that later. That's it. Pretty simple to look at, pretty straightforward. So that is Mason Richman by the numbers. We're going to do another video in a handful of hours, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks, and everybody have a good day. That is Mason Richman, the Seattle Seahawks 7th round pick. Go Hawks.